And that's realer than real deal Holyfield. And now you hookers and hoes know how I feel. Well, if it's good enough to get broke off a proper chunk, I take a small piece of some of that funky stuff. It's like this and like that and like this.
Well, hello there, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you guys about the Diallo decision and how it affects the Big Blue Nation, how it affects the team, and what happened during that night. On that night of the Diallo decision, I was actually in my room relaxing on my day off, and it was around 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in Guam. I was on Twitter and people were going insane. Why hasn't he decided? Where is he at? Is he sleeping? Maybe he didn't set his alarm clock. Did he go to the West Coast and forgot the time out here in the East Coast? What's with Diallo? Is he even going to decide? People were freaking out. Some people were actually thinking that we don't need him. If he's going to take this long to decide to play at the University of Kentucky, then why do we even want him? Why do we need the headache of a guy who's trying to get out and go play in the NBA when clearly he just doesn't care if he's going to stay here or not? So why would we want him back? Let him go. Who cares? I'm going to bed. That's basically how it is with a lot of Big Blue Nation people out there. All I can say is it's about time. Oh, man. It's about time. Seriously. Dude, you even kept Coach Cal up. There's been reports that Coach Cal said that he even called Diallo at 10:30, and Diallo still didn't know about what he would do. And Calipari said, give me a call in 45 minutes when you do. And then he hung up. I think even Cal got sick and tired of waiting on the dude. I mean, I understand that you want to make your dreams come true, but my man, no NBA team is going to go out and say, I'm going to make sure I draft you in the first round. That's not the way it works. If it was like that, a lot more people would stay in the draft and pull out and go back to college for another year. This is not going to happen. But for some reason, in Diallo's mind, it was going to happen. He then eventually called back, 45 minutes later and gave Cal the answer that Cal was hoping for, and he was coming back. But then Matt Jones of Kentucky Sports Radio tweeted, Diallo's coming back. Everybody was relieved. Everybody was thinking, thank God, now I can go to bed. A lot of people were thinking, who cares? This kid obviously doesn't want to be here. He'd rather be in the NBA. Which I don't blame him. I mean, you're going to make the Big Blue Nation wait that long. That was not a good move by Diallo. That was not the starting perception that people should have about him. It's probably a 50-50 chance right now that half of the Kentucky fan base doesn't care about him and the other half likes him because he stayed. And how can you blame the half of the Big Blue Nation of not liking him? I mean, the guy made you wait that long. The guy clearly does not want to stay. He wants to rather go in the draft. You know what? And he did, write that letter, saying that he would have paid back the tuition and he's glad he's coming back and he can't wait to wear that Kentucky uniform. I got one thing for you, Diallo. Once you turn your back on Kentucky, like you just did, and then come back, be prepared for some boos. You might get some boos. You might have, people that, don't respect you as much. You might not be a fan favorite as you were going to be. What you did is going to backfire. Now, fortunately, I kind of like him, but there's always in that back of my mind that, hey, he did literally think about leaving and rather go to the NBA than stay in Kentucky. Which, like I said, I don't blame him, but he could have done it in a different way. He could at least update everybody. I haven't made a decision yet. This is what I'm thinking. Please stay tuned. This is a tough decision for me. I'm sorry I'm keeping you waiting. He could have just said that on Twitter. It could have just been a simple tweet. I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Big Blue Nation. This is a big decision. Please stick with it. Just, making sure I know everything about the draft before I make my decision. That's all he had to say. But he didn't. Obviously, he wanted to leave and get the heck out. He just didn't get that word from Brooklyn that they were going to draft him. And then he found out that Brooklyn said that they were actually going to draft him in the first round after he decided. And he's probably getting a little aggravated. He probably has a lot of motivation for it, which is good for us. Here's the thing for Diallo. He's going to be a lottery pick next year. We all know that. And where does Kentucky go from here? Well, we have the best recruiting class in the nation. Again, even if Diallo didn't come back, we would still have the best recruiting class in the nation. We still have Knox. Our front court is going to be even better than Fox and Monk, in my eyes. They are so athletic that will make Fox and Monk. I'm not saying it will make them look like amateurs. They may not be as fast as them, but I'm telling you right now, you're going to see a lot of SportsCenter top 10 plays from them because Knox and Diallo are the real deal. They are. All they have to do is work on that jump shot. And you know what? Don't worry about a center down low. Just put 2 forwards, and then we'll be good. Just like the John Wall's team with DeMarcus Cousins. They labeled him as a forward the whole year. They didn't even label him as a center because he could step back and hit the 15-foot jumper. Nick Richards doesn't really have to step up, in my opinion, as a center. It'd be nice to have another guy down there and bully his way and get some fouls racked up on the other team. But at the end of the day, Sasha is going to be better. Everyone's going to be better. Winyon's going to be better. And with PJ Washington and Jared Vanderbilt and all them, they're going to be down there too. Rebounds might be a little bit of a problem for us. But when it comes to scoring, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think the defense is going to have to step up a lot. And it's going to be some growing pains like any other year, but I think we'll be good. As we go from here, I think we should put this Diallo decision to rest. We need to go forward and not act like it never happened, but just to try and enjoy this next year, because this upcoming year is, with the Diallo decision, it could have been an NCAA tournament run to a title run from the get-go from his decision. So we need to be behind them. We need to motivate them. And we need to be right there supporting them 24/7, because this season could be special. And we might have... And if Diallo does come and win a national championship this year, then that will erase everything that has happened. But if we don't make a Final Four at least, Diallo will probably go down along with Daniel Orton. Let me say that again. Daniel Orton he will be going down like Daniel Orton as one of the most hated Kentucky players in the Calipari era. And unfortunately, no matter how good you are in Kentucky, you have to have the right mindset and respect to play here. And as of right now, there's no respect from Diallo, and I can't wait to see how he responds to all of this, because I know he knows there's tons of Big Blue Nation fans out there that is aggravated with him, and they should be, and I don't blame them. But I'm no sports analyst. I'm just giving you my opinion. Please like or share my videos, and as always, rest in peace, my brother Obi-Wan. I'm out.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!